In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Roblox Pig 64 release date being announced, seasons possibly making a comeback, and new build mode updates for when build mode updates later this July, and then the big update later after that. There is a lot of big news today, so make sure you stick around to the end. I'm going to be honest with you though, any YouTuber can make this like a 20-minute video. I'm not here to waste your time, so I'm going to go as quickly as possible through all of these different updates that we've gotten from Minitoon. To start off though, let me say this, I'm going to be getting all my information from Twitter, but all of this Twitter information comes from a live stream that Minitoon did on his alternate channel, Minimoon, with his girlfriend. With that being said though, let's go ahead and let's get started. Also, quick side note, if you want to skip to any part of the video where I say something, or if you want to hear certain news, then you can check in the timeline down below and it will actually show you what I'm talking about, what news. To start though, let's talk about the main topic of this video, the Pig 64 sequel. So the main Twitter account that all of this information is going to be pulled from today is called Piggy Discussions. And in their first tweet, they write, Pig 64 Part 2 is happening in a few weeks according to Minitoon. Now I would assume the reason why we are having such a long break in between the Pig 64 Part 1 and the Pig 64 Part 2 is because we did accidentally crack the code for the ending, like the secret ending, very quickly, and it was actually on complete accident. So I'm assuming it's going to take the dev team just a couple of more weeks to go ahead and get part 2 ready. It is good to hear though that the Roblox Pig 64 sequel is being worked on and will be out in a couple of weeks. Moving on though, in another tweet, Piggy Discussions wrote, if Piggy wins a Roblox Innovation Award this year, Minitoon will make a whole new chapter to celebrate. Gold Piggy would return. Now there's just a slight problem with that Piggy News also has, and so now I'll read that tweet. So Piggy News, in this tweet, writes, Roblox Innovation Awards. Minitoon will make a new chapter and bring Gold Piggy back if Piggy wins an award. Once again, like I just said a second ago, this is a slight problem. Now Minitoon does locally clarify under this tweet saying, let me clarify. I think a new skin, same with the pulley thing, would be better. Also, the chapter would be a community decision. I put out like for suggestions for what the chapter should be about and let you guys vote on which you want to see, if Piggy wins. Now there are two big things here that I want to point out. Number one, if Piggy wins an Innovation Award, we are going to be getting, it sounds like, a whole new chapter and a completely new skin. And number two, the more controversial part, it does sound like Minitoon has decided on what he's going to do about the Polly and the new skin drama for the Jailbreak X Piggy event. And it does sound like he is going to be making a complete new skin. So for all of you OG Polly folks wanting the OG Polly, it sadly sounds like you're not going to be able to get them. Now with that being said, there was another reply under this tweet from the user Mano Edo Tweets, also username Bacon, and it says, would it be canon or can we go ham on the suggestions? So pretty much, let me simplify this tweet a bit. Pretty much he's just saying that can everybody in like the community start making crazy skins, or would this skin actually be canon and does it have to follow the storyline? Now Minitoon under this replies canon. While a lot of people may think of this as a bad thing simply because one of the biggest debates in the Polly drama was the fact that it was canon, so why wouldn't we bring it back? But I think that this is really good because, let's be honest, some of the skins in Piggy that have just been added are like kind of pointless. Anyways though, we're going to go in and move on to some build mode information. Hey, before we move on to the next part, if you're liking the video so far, please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to reach 1K and it would be much appreciated. With that being said, back to the video. So to start, if you don't already know and you didn't watch yesterday's video, which I recommend you should go watch, please, it would be much appreciated, is that pretty much that Piggy is about to get 2 huge build mode updates. The first one's actually going to be the smaller, like of the bigger updates, which is called the Epic Update Part 2. That's coming out later July, and it sounds like it's going to be pretty awesome. And that may also include what's called a build mode shop. Now the bigger update after that's going to be the biggest update in Piggy. There's no name for it yet, but all Minitoon has pretty much said about it is that he's really excited for it, and that's going to be pretty much the biggest update Piggy has ever received. Now there is quite a bit of information for the build mode update, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a very quick list and just quickly go over them. So in the first tweet, Piggy Discussions wrote, something planned for Piggy build mode in the future is a game mode mutator. This would allow you to give the ability to decide how many piggies there are, the player speed, etc. Any ideas on what you want to see with this? The second tweet is, Minitoon reveals something he and Epic Tank are working on for Piggy build mode, linkable doors in weather. Now the third part of this that he actually has released, minus the build mode shop, as far as like what will be expected in this update, he actually said in the later part of the live stream, and there isn't a tweet about this. So here in a second I will play the clip of him saying it, but I pretty much want to summarize it. So what he says pretty much is the fact that in the future, what he's wanting to do is allow you to access other people's build mode maps and play on other people's build mode maps without them even needing to be online. Now, if you don't already know, the servers are broken, requiring you to have to actually have quite a bit of likes and all that for your server to pop up. This makes it really annoying if you're trying to find a friend's server or somebody else's server and you don't want to play like Piggy Says or whatever, because that's a very popular game mode for whatever reason. Anyways, along with the new search discovering thing that Minitoon has also hinted at, it does sound like this is going to make it easier to get a specific map you want to play or a specific game mode. Now moving on to possibly Piggy Seasons coming back. In this tweet, Piggy Discussion tweets, "Will there be a Piggy Season 7? Quote, hopefully, maybe. There may be a Cops and Robbers one, maybe. People have been spreading rumors about one, maybe. I think it would be fun to make one. I also like to do a Tigery one, part 2. End of quote, Minitoon." Now, with the polydrama, something that I covered briefly, I think, or maybe not even covered at all, was the fact that a lot of people were like, okay, why don't we just go ahead and get a Cops and Robbers season if so many people are going to want to suggest skins? So pretty much what they said is that instead of just making it a quest and like a chapter and all that, why not just make it a season that we got like a couple skins and a bunch of build mode items with? And it does actually sound like that Minitoon really likes this idea, and I like this idea as well because that would bring so much gameplay back to the game. Seasons helped out the game so much. But it also says that there's going to be a second Tigery one, it sounds like anyways. So with this, I assume it's going to probably be continuing on Tigery's storyline. If you don't know, I'm pretty sure it's called the Breakout Chapter. I may be wrong on that, but pretty much that was a flashback from Tigery in Tigery's life when he was younger, when he enlisted in the military, and pretty much he ended up killing his best friend because of Tio, a bunch of storyline, yada yada yada. But it should hopefully, the season should hopefully continue with that backstory. Instead of rambling on with the Tigery backstory, though, I want to go ahead and move on to Intercity. Now, if you don't know, Intercity for a while was like the projected project that was supposed to be the next up on the Piggy's Games list. This was before we knew that Pig 64 was even a thing and all of that. Now, Minitoon has actually been working on this for, I want to say, a good couple, if not 3 years. And Piggy Intercity is supposed to be like pretty much an open world game like GTA or anything like that. Now, in a tweet, Piggy Discussion says, Minitoon says not to expect any Piggy Intercity news soon as efforts are being focused on the spin-offs. He reassures everyone that Piggy Intercity is still being worked on behind the scenes. Now, Minitoon's dev team is extremely huge, and there have been some pretty big projects that sound like they're going to happen in the future. To start, we had the Pig 64 spinoff, and we're still waiting on getting the part 2, like I talked about earlier in that update, which will be crazy big. Now, Minitoon also says he wants to make like a Piggy book or like a Piggy game based on the Tigery X Willow thing. And this pretty much is just their storyline of how they met and how they've been working together as we see them in book 2, but in like more detail. Finally, though, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the last part of this information, which is all mainly book 1 stuff. So to start, Piggy book 1 is going to be getting some skin redesigns. For right now, we have 2 confirmed skins, and those are the little brother skin and the father skins. And Minitoon is wanting to redesign them, and then when he does, he wants to make them a little bit more expensive. I'm really glad he's wanting to redesign them because hopefully that'll bring some playability back to them. You really don't see many people use those skins unless they just started the game, so hopefully we'll see more of those skins in the future. A disappointing tweet probably for many will be this one. In a tweet by Piggy Discussions, they say there will be no more skin contests for the foreseeable future, Minitoon says. Now, while a lot of people may be down about this, I actually think this is better for the game because there have been a lot of Piggy skin contests, and at this point, it's becoming very hard to figure out what's canon in the storyline and what's just a part of the skin contest. So a couple more reasons on why the skin contest shouldn't be brought back is, first of all, people like to say that certain people like YouTubers and other influencers can influence which skin wins the contest. And the second one, the Piggy skin contest, because of this, always has drama behind it, and it's just a lot. Moving on though, these are some smaller changes to Book 1, and the first tweet is, Minitoon will remake the Book 1 credits whenever he has time to. Now I'm assuming this is hopefully to make the end credits look a little bit better and also to renew some of the models like the Mr. P. You can actually see the old Mr. P model in the cutscene and not the new one that we have now. Along with that, Minitoon has also said he wants to add colorblind mode to Book 1. He also responds that'd be pretty cool to a question about adding to Book 1 item removal once you used an item. Now, if you have been playing the newer chapters of Piggy, whether that's been event chapters or whatever, you probably know that the item removal system is already in the game. There's also colorblind mode, which is also a real big help. This really doesn't sound like it would be too big of a hassle for Minitoon to script. It actually sounds like he could get it done pretty quick, and maybe even the next update. With that being said though, What's your guys' thoughts on this news? Leave it in the comments below. Like I said in my last video, I'm really excited to see what Piggy has in the future because it's about to get crazy. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys all in the next video. See ya!